It's a really sucky situation.
Yeah.
So I've got a course on managing contact with somebody who's in that cluster B spectrum, but ironically enough, it's massively about managing your own state, because any and all contact is an opportunity to abuse. Any information given will be used in evidence against you later by them to torture you. So, but the first thing you need to do is drop your codependent sincerity, because you were raised to be a good girl who tells the truth. Yeah, you got to stop that shit, because he's not a good boy. Okay, so you don't engage in sincere communication with the insincere. You don't talk to him, you handle him. You handle him. You don't talk to him anymore. Those days are gone. He is just something to be handled. He's a poisonous snake. So you put your gloves on first, and you work very, very carefully around him. You watch him all times. Never fall back into codependency and trust. And the good girl thing is fine, but somewhere along the work that you're doing, you're going to have to give yourself permission to move beyond that, because you're not a girl, you're a woman. And this is not a boy, it's a man, and he's dangerous. So you gotta be on your game.
But it's an addiction.
Right.
So in your...
Which is why they have Codependents Anonymous. So you can sit there and go, I'm a codependent. And they'll go, hi. I was codependent 3 times today. Did you call your sponsor? You got to work the steps. When it comes to, seriously, with drugs, with smoking, because I used to smoke, and with cocaine, I just boxed it off and went, okay, that's not a behavior that I'm going to engage in anymore. There's the pros and the cons thing. This is how your brain makes decisions, by the way. It weighs up pleasure and pain. And if the pleasure outweighs the pain, you'll do it. So you have to take your brain to a place like with smoking. There has to be more pleasure in not smoking than there is in continuing to smoke. Otherwise, you're going to keep doing it. It doesn't really matter whether he's psychopathic or narcissistic. It's massively comorbid. We talk like they're different, but they're usually comorbid. So philosophically, scientifically, we start from what we know. He's abusive. So this is an abusive man. He's going to be abusive no matter what time of day it is, no matter what the subject is. He's looking for the opportunity to abuse. And I don't care why. I don't care what his childhood trauma is. It's not relevant to you. That's your boundary. That's your sovereignty. None of your business. You didn't raise him. You're not his mum. Not your responsibility. It's a damaged guy who's abusive. Being careful with somebody who's dangerous is the way you would in any scenario. You just take extra care. You don't drop your guard. You wouldn't walk into a room with Hannibal Lecter and then just like toss him a sandwich and go, hey dude, how's it going? Let's hang out, give him a little cuddle, stay on the other side of the room, or not get in the room with him at all. So you do not approach the glass, you don't touch the glass, you don't hand him anything. If he asks you any personal questions, you don't answer them. It's exactly as Clarice Starling was told to do.
Yes, sir.
Be very careful with Hannibal Lecter. Dr. Chilton at the asylum will go over all the physical procedures used with him. Do not deviate from them for any reason whatsoever. And you're to tell him nothing personal, Starling. Believe me, you don't want Hannibal Lecter inside your head. Just do your job, but never forget what he is.
And what is that?
Oh, he's a monster. Pure psychopath. So rare to capture one alive. From a research point of view, Lecter is our most prized asset. Crawford's very clever, isn't he, using you?
What do you mean, sir?
Pretty young woman to turn him on. I don't believe Lecter's even seen a woman in 8 years. And oh, are you ever his taste, so to speak.
I graduated from UVA, doctor. It is not a charm school.
Good, then you should be able to remember the rules. Do not touch the glass. Do not approach the glass. You pass him nothing but soft paper. No pencils or pens. No staples or paper clips in his paper. Use the sliding fruit carrier, no exceptions. If he attempts to pass you anything, do not accept it. Do you understand me?
Yes, I understand, sir.
Hi, I'm Barney. He told you don't get near the glass.
Yes, he did. Clarice Starling.
Mm-hmm. Nice to meet you, Clarice. You can hang your coat up there if you like.
Oh, thank you, I will.
He's past the others. The last cell you keep to the right. I put out a chair for you.
Oh, yes, that's very good, thank you.
I'll be watching. You'll do fine.
Good morning.